Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Don here, your dance mentor, and welcome back to the dance workshop series where we get to dive into K-pop and dance. And this time we're going to continue on part 2 of the LOONA pre-debut series. Last time we checked out LOONA 1/3, and so this time we're going to be checking out all of Odd Eye Circle. So we have Kim Lip's Eclipse, we have Jinso's Singing in the Rain, Cherry's Love Cherry Motion, and then we have Girlfront by the subunit. There's a side or B track choreography that's kind of scuffed. There's not like an official version out for it. I believe it was another part of Cinema Theory that didn't get released, but like for some reason someone posted it. So we're just gonna be checking that out because I've never seen it at all, and uncovers one of my favorite songs from that. So we're gonna be checking out all the dances again. Like this is gonna be just a dance within LOONA because again, this is a group that's sort of already deep within its universe, and like knowing me, I don't want to get too much into that because I already know what's going on. Really, the dancing is gonna be different because I have not really checked out any of these dances. Jinso doesn't even have a choreography version, but some fan like took snippets of the Cinema Theory choreography version and kind of mixed it in there. So I guess it's something to pass. So that way we kind of just get through all of them as much as we can. So with that said, I know most of you guys who watch my channel are largely unsubscribed. So if you have been enjoying my videos so far, it would definitely mean a lot if you consider subscribing, liking the video, or even just turning on notifications so you don't miss another video. The title track, Eclipse, is an urban R&B track produced by Daniel Obi Klein, the producer of ESEN's critically acclaimed album The Anecdote. While LOONA 1/3 has asked questions about love, the sweetness, the pain, the joy, the worries, and hidden emotions, Kim Lip tells without any hesitation that love just happens like it's destined to in the lyrics. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so that was just like a little snippet of the song title, and also like just kind of what we seen before with LOONA 1/3. So love just happens like it's destined to. So maybe that kind of explains the concept and also the sensual feeling or vibe behind this song in particular. So we're gonna just dive into this music video. I didn't even know she started off stage left in this choreography. Ew, the light switch. Okay, so far, I mean, obviously it's a given that this is a switch up and contrast to LOONA 1/3. We're diving into more of a mature side of LOONA, and knowing Kim Lip, like I feel like she's always been the vocalist who has this voice, this very soft and delicate voice that's very suited for, you know, R&B songs. And with the way she sings along with the choreography so far, we're seeing a lot of very slow releases within the arms, a lot of like slow tempo movements, and a lot of very relaxed choreography and motions. So a lot different versus like the cutesy and like the slightly energetic feeling that we get from LOONA 1/3. Even with that head and that knee, her being on the knees. Was that like because she just drew an eclipse or like a half crescent moon? I'm not sure. but this is something, in my opinion, like something out of like a Greek statue. It's so alluring to look at, and I think like this song is just so fitting. I think so far this is probably the most in pocket we've seen from all the other dances that we've seen so far. So like we're incorporating the title of the song into the concept within movement. Oh, I love how her dancers are just surrounding her and finding that energy, like just very focused within the middle. That's such a, you know, I've seen that before, but like I've seen this little like finger wave grasping motion so many times in K-pop. But the way Kim Lip does it is just so, it's so like seductive. Like even in the music video, there was that point where you're just focused on the fingers and how that kind of, like I'm being pulled in. I'm being sucked in. It's so alluring. Got a little groove. And then we have, okay, we have okay, guys. I didn't even remember seeing any guy. Oh wait, okay, yeah. Yeah. Now the music's starting to make sense. Okay. So like for this in particular, I think like what I like about this so far, especially with the guys like wearing these, like being blindfolded, it kind of makes this piece a little bit more figurative as well. And I think it's really just to isolate the faces of the guys, obviously, but to have them be sort of this accompaniment or embodiment to how she moves throughout the space. Like she's sort of just embracing, like not the guys in particular, but just like the space and like how she moves through the choreography, and it just makes it even more like we're in her territory. That's just how it feels like. How long are we gonna get into this color like grading? This red. What was that? She just drew a square. It looked like she drew a house, but I'm not sure. But I mean, of course, like with you know, LOONA, I also like adding on from like LOONA 1/3, we're gonna get some concepts that are literally drawn into the piece or into the choreography. So like you know, with Korean or girl groups that have, you know, onomatopoeias like dugun dugun, will have things like that, or even like draw things with fingers or hands. I feel like that's done a lot in choreography. I'm not sure what the lyrics are on that part. Is it Pandora? Did she said Pandora? Like Pandora's box? I'm not sure. Just got a little twerking section. I don't know. Okay. Alright. Anyway. Just had to point that out. Yes. You know, in a way, like so far the choreography is very narrow. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think movement is very accentuated on drawing curves, but not too much of large curves. And so, like, the choreography most of the time is very tight, but it's very soft and delicate. Like, even from the moves, like, we're staying inside of the space. So, like, we're avoiding like full arm motions, or there's not that much, but everything is very like inside. So, like, hands to the body most of the time to kind of bring this, sensual feeling behind this piece. Like, it's very inside, like their own, personal box, or space. Like, the choreography is very designed to pretty much feel yourself. I love this groove so much. Honestly, I think that's probably the hook, or the killing point of the piece. Even though there could be even more figurative or iconic moments, like Eclipse, like this could be one. But I think this groove is just really what sets the piece for me. Like, I just love how they kind of converge together to just groove it out. Like, it's not supposed to be like a funky thing or anything like that, or a very dance oriented piece, but I like it. Yeah, she even has her hands like around her like groin area or hips. And there's just a lot of like hands like like grazing the knees. Hold on, let me see that little hand, left hand do. Okay, well, I mean, I'm guessing it's just like this is the motif of a move that we're gonna just continuously get. So, okay. Yes. I'm sure a lot of orbits really got into LOONA around Odd Eye Circle this time. Like, for me personally, I got into LOONA during their pre-debut period, so that was when Favorite happened. But I can understand a little bit better why people love Eclipse, or at least Odd Eye Circle. Like, for this song in particular, I think, the dance is very, very suited or tailored to Kim Lip's character, as far as like from what we've seen from Heejin, even for the other dances within LOONA 1/3, it's it's very your standard like K-pop girl group dance routine, but for this it's a lot more conceptualized to fit a certain narrative for Kim Lip. So I think that's kind of why I like this so much. So we're gonna dive into like it's a fan-made video made by Far Side of the Moon. This person made a choreography version of LOONA's Singing in the Rain, and I think it'll do fairly well. Like, I know there's not much to Jinso's choreography, but hopefully, like, again, we're just gonna try to see what we can get, see what kind of juices we can find. Now, the introduction of a new girl draws an even bigger circle now. Jinso is the girl of this month. Jinso had caught the eyes of the fans first with VV's help during their encounter in Hong Kong. She finally joins LOONA with their new single, Singing in the Rain. Dressed in a blue school uniform, she brings a future bass track, singing in the rain to show her colors to the fullest. The track fires up speakers with its accelerating tempo, like a pulsating heart in excitement. So the title of this supporting track, and then after that kind of just talks about the other songs. Okay, so yeah, we're dealing with a future bass track, it seems. Dancing, we'll see. Let's see what happens. Is there a... Okay, no. The staffs. Okay. Yeah. It has... Okay, so this piece has so far a lot more setting involved into the choreography. So we're seeing with the little pool on the ground, and also with the staffs or poles as props into the choreography. And so it does carry like the same sensual vibe as Kimlip, but I guess like there's this heart pulsating excitement, acceleration. I guess that's because of the build up that's about to happen. But yeah, as far as choreography, this is very, very simple. Yeah, even like the choreography is less contained as Eclipse was. Like, I think we're seeing more extensions involved, and I guess this part in particular, singing in the rain, like I guess this is their hook of the choreography, like the swaying like right hand. I'm thinking like, what is that supposed to be? Like her swimming in the water because she's like the blue betta fish? I think I honestly feel like this could be maybe a musical note, like just swaying in the rain. I don't know if you know what musical notes look like, but it kind of feels like that. I'm not sure if I'm tripping out or thinking too hard. It's what it feels like to me. And then, of course, she brought that in a literal sense, like singing the mic, but... Oops, no, that is muted. But yeah, it's... Ah... I'm wondering, like, you know, to be honest with you, I don't even see much of the use of the pole being utilized to its full extension. Like, I feel that this could have been done better, in my opinion. Like, rather than just, you know, moving along with it, like, maybe we can create something out of it versus just using it, if that makes sense. Like maybe figuratively, you know, maybe like the poles can symbolize her being in like a water container, like a small, because she's a fish. And I don't know, I'm thinking too hard. And Jinsoo is a pretty versatile vocalist. Like her I honestly think her rapping in this particular song is like, you know, subpar Like, no offense, I love Jinsol, but I think she's had better like rap verses in other songs. I don't know, the flow, the flow wasn't, it wasn't smooth enough for me to just kind of digest. Like, I like this use of the poles, like how it just surrounds her. But as far as her holding it, like, it's a different story. Dang. I almost wish this choreography was a little bit more sophisticated. Like, rather than just doing your standard like body roll gallops. The drops within this like future-based track are like, there's just so much sound. And I think that's what I liked about this a lot. Is just the sound design and also her vocals. But the dancing, I wish it was just a little bit more. Like, maybe you could play around with the sounds without having it to be super difficult, because I know Jinsol's not the best dancer within LOONA. So, who knows? We're seeing this again, dude. We're seeing this. The hands. The grasping fingers. Like she's got her little monologue here. Like that part. Okay, I'm conflicted. Like, I feel like there's a lot that we could have done here. Like, there's lingering piano keys happening with, like, I think it's synths as well. Maybe riding along with just using the space a little bit more, because it's so stationary. But I guess the transition after that into the build makes sense. So maybe that's why. Like right here, it's very stationary for a monologue, which makes sense, but there's just, I wish we could have seen more from that. Oh, I love that move, actually. That made me feel good. I just love that feeling. Yeah. Dang, this song still sounds good. But again, like, I do like this song, like the music. It's just, like, I feel there's so many layers of depth within the sound that we can kind of dissect. You know, the future bass, the drop points, the monologue moments, the vocals, the rapping. But the choreography, like, you know, it was kind of just very stagnant in terms of, you know, the feeling and like the groove of it. So I just wish we could have seen a little bit more. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next one, which is Cherry's Love Cherry Motion. So this one, with her description, starts off with, after the announcement of a new unit with Kim Lip eclipsing LOONA's colors deepened with Jinsol's Singing in the Rain, the circle gets completed now with the introduction of Cherry, and Cherry's title track Love Cherry Motion is a funky pop dance tune, blasting through hot summer, demonstrating Cherry's juicy charm. Okay. The love spell, Love Cherry Motion, is produced with the opposing qualities of refreshingly explosive chorus and ethnic breakbeat to create its own sense of style and finesse. So yeah, we're gonna see that weird switch up dance break that's gonna happen. So yeah, the music video was shot in Jeju Island to capture the visual attraction of the summer. Hasur, the leader of LOONA 1/3, and Yeojin, the youngest member of LOONA, joined forces to help out in the process. The surprise combination of Kimlip and Jinsol during the beat break lets the audiences to take a little peek at the new unit for the fans to look forward to. And then after that is her other B-side tracks. So let's get right into Love Cherry Motions. So far, I'm expecting that dance break to happen. That's gonna be like the most interesting thing. So different already. Okay, so far it feels like she could. I mean, technically, I believe Cherry's like a regular girl, right? Who's kind of transformed by some part of the lore that makes her a part of Odd Eye Circle. So she technically could have been a part of LOONA 1/3, and she does carry that LOONA 1/3 vibe with the movement, the type of song. She's pretty much like 1/3's funky sister. I don't know if that even makes sense, but definitely feels like that. A to Z. Okay, I know we're gonna see some of that in Girlfriend. Was that Love Cherry? Oh, was it like just, you know, shooting like love or something? Okay. Yeah, a lot more energy within this song, obviously. But I think this is probably like the most okay, this part is, I feel like I almost feel like this dance break is her transformation into Odd Eye Circle. And because like this is the most that we'll ever see like similarities or resemblances from Eclipse or even Singing in the Rain. But for the standard melody of this song, it's very like not Odd Eye Circle, which is cool because we get to see some diversity or even versatility within Cherry's character. And so it explains why like there's such a switch up. And like I know some people were kind of like, I don't know, kind of like, what the hell is going on with this dance break? As far as the dance though, I can see why. There's just such a like contrast, and I think that's just because this is sort of her transforming moment. At least that's what I think. That's my theory. Number 3, dude. Number 3. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Here's another one. I imagine, is that what she's saying? I don't remember. But yeah, like it almost feels like there's this duality within Cherry, like dancing. I think that's really what I'm starting to feel like it is. But yeah, it's like she's just constantly switching back and forth. Oh, there's a continuation still. Oh. Whoa. Okay. So this whole part, like this little extension of the bridge. Oh, wow. I don't know what to feel about that. Like, I don't know what that whole bridge section was supposed to feel like. I mean, I guess this is sort of an extension of the dance break or the start of the bridge. Like, I guess this part right after it could be the bridge in itself, but like this was just like a lot more grounded, a lot more grimier in terms of movements. I'm trying to make sense of it. And again, I'm just probably thinking too much. But we do see another one of these from, Eclipse. So like maybe she's just further deep inside the side of Odd Eye Circle. Maybe that's what it is. Interesting. So I know a part of like the Looniverse as far as Cherry's like lore tied into the Looniverse is that she's sort of this key. I don't know. But like I guess as far as in terms of the choreography, we're seeing snippets of different movements or moves that are going to be encountered later or even within the past. So we saw little bits of, Eclipse. I know we're going to see like A to Z in Girlfriend because of the song has that sound or that lyric in there. I don't know if I've seen anything in Singing in the Rain in particular, but I think this is probably the most lore heavy piece within the solos that we've watched so far. So yeah. All right, so moving on now. With the description of Girlfriend, the girls' stories get deeper and deeper. The story that began with Heejin's Vivid created a group named 3, composed of Heejin, Hyunjin, and Hasu. Yojin added with the slash, while Vivi added 1 to complete LOONA 1/3. Kimlip with Eclipse Jinsol with Singing in the Rain, and Cherry with Love Cherry Emotion gathered to create a new group, Odd Eye Circle, to start a new story. Plenty of imageries and metaphors are in LOONA's music, lyrics, albums, and music videos for fans search for like puzzle pieces to complete, which is why we're kind of doing this. For instance, the word odd in Odd Eye Circle is used as its original definition, but it is also an image of three moons together. Odd Eye Circle's musical story told by three odd girls have just started. Now, let's get into this next part. Eclipse. And we've seen that in Singing in the Rain. And we've seen that in Love Cherry Emotion. I almost wish like they could have done something like this with LOONA 1/3. I feel like this is the most lore heavy choreography embedded within this subunit, which is explains why like it's so unique, and I'm just so drawn into like this subunit in particular. This part, like, oh my god, it almost feels like is Cherry's moment, especially with like the Love Cherry Emotion song has that switch up. It's such an odd like section to add within this whole entire piece, but with this song, like, really has blended the feeling of the R&B tracks from and future bass track from Singing in the Rain and Eclipse being blended into like this much more pop song. Oh, she hit that with the bass, Kim Lip. Okay. Sorry, I just nothing too much see from there, but so as far as I know, like the reason for this setting is because they're constantly teleporting to new locations in order to find the other girls. If I'm not mistaken, I guess. But yeah, interesting choice to include this particular scene rather than just like keeping it within like this little, what is this, infinity wall that they have. So, but yeah. And I think this was in the States too, right? This was in LA somewhere. I love how they just leave little snippets of like their moments from the other songs. Like we've seen the beginning side where they all kind of introduce their, with Kimlet's Eclipse, she has like this, iconic hook or moment within her piece. Then Jinsol with like the poles, but they kind of use like the people in the beginning to have this, like they kind of use their arms as a pole. But for this particular part, like it's so apparent throughout the piece. Like even that moment, like we're seeing like bits and pieces like within their choreographies. Like we've seen a lot of hands to hips within Jinsoul's just singing in the rain, and then we have like this, I guess funky is what they would call it, from Cherry's song, and then like these figurative arm motions or hand motions from Kim Lips. And so like I think in a way this piece has been carefully thought out. I really think so. Like maybe not a lot of people talk about the choreography in relation to their LOONAverse, but I mean, other than like pinpointing like the moments that I was talking about, such as A to Z or Eclipse. But I think just a general theme around this piece, there's still like bits and pieces or residual like moments that happen throughout that kind of accentuate each character or each member and how they kind of blend this all together into choreography. Like even this sound, like that's such a Love Cherry motion thing. And this easily could have been Eclipse's like bridge, because Jinsoul's singing it. And Jinsoul's too. Like, okay. This is interesting again, because like I got the same feeling from Singing in the Rain's how Jinsoul had her monologue as a bridge. Like there's just not much going on within this, because it's very, very stationary. But I think, with the fact that there's 3 of them now, it feels even more complete. Like it really fills in the void of Jinsoul's Singing in the Rain bridge part, because there's like much more space being utilized. There's different accents going on with like the arms. There's different directions. It's not just one person. Like this is something I wish Singing in the Rain had, for that bridge in particular. Yeah. All right. Well, okay, now we're going to get into their side track, B-side track, Uncover choreography version. And this is not a full HD, but it is still from their Cinema Theory. And as far as I know, this is a little bit more special because I hear that the girls choreographed this themselves. And so with this song, like we still have bits and pieces of lines embedded within other previous songs that we've seen, or title songs from their solos at least. So no lore or details within this, but we will just watch. Oh. This formation or just feeling? actually feels like Butterfly to me. And we haven't even gotten there yet. But like, you know, the sort of rise and switching rise where Heejin kind of like brings herself up in Butterfly, it almost has that feeling of like a flower blossoming. Can they choreograph this? I wonder if they choreographed the blocking and formations too. Ah, seeing that again. Oh. Oh. Okay, so yeah, this is again, like, I think this is really Kim Lip's section. Because Kim Lip had a lot of like ground or floor work involved within their choreography. So again, yeah, we're seeing bits and pieces of the lore. I'm kind of wondering like why this wasn't official. Is it because they choreographed it? I don't know, but I think it would be interesting to have or include this just to like give us more or have us dive deeper into the lore or set more or give more of a narrative for Odd Eye Circle. Was this like I'm curious, like the color grading, the filter changed again, kind of like what we've seen in Kim Lip's Eclipse or even Cherry's Love Cherry Motion. I think there was also that switch as well. And I think I forgot what song that was, that line. It's probably one of Odd Eye Circle's songs, but at this point, this is just me being in orbit watching this. I'll be honest with you. Whoa, okay, hold on. Let's see who's the most flexible. I know this is supposed to be somewhat of a serious video, but okay. Jinsel, unexpectedly the most flexible out of all of them. I just wanted to point that out. You saw it here first. I'm just kidding. So far, not bad for the members choreographing it themselves. Like, I think it wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, I think it still has somewhat of a depth to the, the choreography, and also how that kind of ties into the previous songs, given with the particular lines like Eclipse, or they didn't say A to Z in this one, but just small things here and there. So but yeah, that was Odd Eye Circle. And just to sum up like my thoughts, again, like I feel like this is probably the subunit that had the best discography so far out of all the groups, and we haven't even gotten to YY by Y yet. But in my opinion, like I think this is just the group that appealed a lot internationally, which is why like a lot of, like, I guess maybe even the location where they shot Girlfriend took into the part where a lot of Westerners like Odd Eye Circle a lot, which is why like a lot of Westerners like LOONA in general. And I think it's because of Odd Eye Circle. I think what people don't really talk about is just how the dance really is like carefully drawn into the lore of the members themselves, particularly within these three. Yeah, I think this was a lot more deeper. I mean, it's not sophisticated so much in terms of movement, but I think where they kind of set things up for the Looniverse to happen, like this had a lot of those minor details that we got to see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with YY by Y. I want to know your guys' thoughts, so let me know down in the comments below what you thought was unique, or maybe something I didn't catch. Otherwise, yeah, we're gonna be moving on for our final solo and subunit before we get into the full group. With that said, thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. So peace out and stay eating.